You're live.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Drew, could you just pop that door shut for me, please, lovely? How is everybody? Hi, sorry, that was a little bit of a quick, let's start. Missed you all, how have you been? Hopefully you've all been okay. Sarah's been looking after you, lovely. I did watch a couple of them while I was away. Loved that block she did yesterday, that disappearing half square triangle block. Loving that, gonna try that. I think it's really, really cool. So who's coming online? Anybody there? Anybody arriving?
I'm just waiting for the comments to come
Just going to wait for the comments. Say hi if you're there, guys, so we know that we haven't got tech issues and we know that you're about. Had a lovely week off. Need another week off to actually get over the week off. Tried to cram way too much in. Ended up doing a little bit too much work, to be honest. But I had a really amazing weekend away in Cornwall with the weather was kind to us. I went with my mum and my husband and Alex and Tom. The big ones had to work, so they couldn't come. But it was lush to spend some time with my mum. Really nice to spend some time with her. And Phil did some fishing, so he was a happy bunny. Caught a load of fish, so he was all good. We went to we did the Eden project yesterday, which was definitely, if you're in that area, lucky you. And if you're not in that area and you've not been, it's so definitely worth a day out. It's really lovely, really fantastic place. It was gorgeous. What else did we do? We went to St Ives. We went into Newquay. We had a day on the beach. The weather was really kind to us, actually. We'd be driving somewhere and it was pouring down, absolutely pouring down. Be like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. Literally, it was almost like we opened the car doors and the rain would stop, and we actually had a really beautiful sunny afternoon down in Newquay, and really beautiful blue skies, which was fantastic. So I'm all refreshed, and I came back. Well, I'm not all refreshed actually. I'm a bit knackered still because it was a lot, but came back into the shop all excited. And have you guys been shopping? You're all taking advantage of the website orders, which is brilliant. There is 20% off our website. If you've not ordered yet, definitely take advantage of it. We are running out of stuff left, right and centre. We really are. But yeah, so Sarah's been a bit manic. It was a bit manic yesterday and it's been a bit manic today. So, but it's all good. It's all good. So how is everybody? Who's there? Anybody coming online?
Yeah, we got Karen in.
Hi, guys.
Eileen, Nikki, Wendy, Ashley, loads of people.
Brilliant. Hi, everybody. Nice to be back. So we're going to do a block today called Up My Street, or My Street. It's little tiny dinky houses, and I've actually the pattern available on the website. We'll pop it on the website this afternoon. It actually comes in 3 sizes, so you can make different size houses. But before we do that, I want to show you some new products. I know Sarah mentioned these yesterday. We've got very limited stock of these. I've only got 1 of each of the jelly rolls, and I've only got 3 of each of the charms and the layer cakes, but I thought I'd show you the 3 designs that we've got come in. Okay, again, I'll pop these onto the website. They're not going to be in the sale, I'm afraid, because they have literally just come in yesterday. But I thought I'd show you them. So they're Lewis and Irene layer cakes, jellies and charms. This one is called World Animals, and I picked up this one so that I can show you. So you've got little lions. I love this. Well, you can see there's my little finger. You can see how little they are. I love their small world ranges, a bit like the tortoises and the little dogs and all that I've used recently. This is the world animal ones, and you've got all these really beautiful little animals. I love the crocodile. You've got toucans and llamas and sloths, koalas, platypuses. I mean, who would have a fabric with a platypus on? It's brilliant. Oh, look at the bear. I love the little bear and the beaver and a moose. So you've got all sorts, and you've got some coordinating fabrics in there, okay, and all different colours. I'll just quickly flip through those so you can see, okay. So I've got, like I said, 3 layer cakes. They are $30.99 for a Lewis and Irene layer cake, and I've got 3 charm packs. They're £15 for a charm pack, okay. No, they're not. They're £12, £12.95 for a charm pack. But I've only got 1 of the jelly roll. There's only 1 each of the jelly roll. So that's the Small Things World Animals. This one, again, I've got the same quantities, same prices. This is called, I can't pronounce this, Thalassophile, something like that. And it's all like nautical. I love this. You've got little whales and octopuses, little crabs, again, and then you've got some lovely striped tickins in there. You've got seahorses, you've got boats, like that one. All sorts of things in here. Oh, that's like a shell, like a spiral sort of shell pattern. You've got some bumbleberries. You've got all sorts of patterns in here. I'm loving those ticking ones. Okay, so lots and lots of really pretty things in there. Oh, love that one. That's really nice. So there's that one. Okay, again, exactly the same price, exactly the same quantities. And this one's called Maya. And again, really bright. Got little monkeys. Really bright colours on this one. Oh, I like that. Like a hibiscus flower, is it, in the centre there? Sort of really bright, fabulous. Kind of feel sort of tropical, don't they? They've got a kind of Mexican-y feel to them, to me as well. So, I will put these on the website, but if you want them, you're probably best giving us a call, okay, and paying over the phone, because I've got very few of these, okay? Really limited stock on that. So that's the new layers pre-cuts we've got. And I wanted to show you this as well. So I think next week, it'll be next week, obviously, because we're set for this week. Next week, I'm going to do a little 1 p.m. on sashiko, or sashiko. I can never quite remember how you pronounce it. And we've had just a few of these, and I can get more of this, okay? So if people want it, you need to let us know, okay? Drop us a message on Facebook, let us know, okay? I've got these really beautiful templates to make sashiko a lot easier, all right? We've got the special fabric in, which is a navy. They also do it in a white as well, and you can do like the negative as well if you want. So we've got the really nice, the special fabric that you use for it. I don't know if you can see on the back there, Drew. It's really dark in here today, and I've got all the lights on. You can see you put white thread on it, okay? And then we've got these templates as well, which make it really easy. So we've got the pens coming in. Well, no, they're in the shop actually, which you can, are washable chalk pens. So they will mark up, or you could use your Roxanne chalk pens if you've got those. And these stencils are like the traditional sashiko shapes, okay? At the moment, I've only got one of each, but if people want them, I will absolutely get more in, okay? And like I said, I'm going to do a 1 o'clock next week on this technique. And we've also got the really nice needles in for it as well. So that's just a little sneaky peek of what we're going to do next week, and the fact that we can get more templates and all in as well. So any comments or questions there before we get started?
Heather says I love the Maya.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely.
Gives me like an Indian vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's got like that kind of sort of slightly tropical, Asian-y type vibe. It's lush. Really, really pretty. So, anybody else there?
Tina says, oh my god, loving that.
I know.
think she was talking about the animals.
I know, those little animals are delicious. I really, really like. I think it's something that they do very, very well, Lewis and Irene. They do their small things ranges. I love the fact that, because a lot of animal prints tend to be quite big on fabric, and they don't necessarily work for patchwork and quilting, but they really do really small animals well, and they're nice. They're not like cartoony, they're more sort of realistic. So I like that. Right. Okay, anybody else there before we get started?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Fab. Okay. So we're going to do a little block today, and we're going to do a little tiny house, okay? The pattern has got 3 sizes on it. It's got little houses, medium houses and large houses. And if we just go over here, this was something we did a little while ago. It's a really nice, simple little block, and we're just going to do one of these little houses today. It doesn't matter what size you cut them. These are the medium size, and then you can make really large houses. So you can kind of do it going off in the background or whatever, or you could do it as a border around a quilt. It's brilliant for using up scraps. You could colour coordinate it if you want to, if you don't do scrappy. But I used lots and lots of little scraps just to make this little sample up, just to show you how it goes together. We also had like this sky fabric in a little while ago. We haven't got any at the moment, but we have got, again, take advantage of the 20%. We've got, it's a 108 wide. It's really, really extra wide, and it's a grunge. But I think that would make a really beautiful summer sky, because you've kind of got those variations of colour and stuff in it. So you could absolutely use this as a sky, or there's a linen texture in a very, very pale blue, which is a beautiful sky colour as well. So, but you could raid your stashes, see what you've got there, okay? But, you know, also raid your scrap buckets, because that's what I've done. That is all the fabric I need for one of the little blocks, okay? We did do a class on this ages ago, actually, but it's just a really nice, cute little block. And I think you could absolutely, I know one of the girls that did it, when they fussy cut all the doors. So, like, where I didn't bother fussy cutting, but, like, they did it so they had, like, little figures and animals and stuff in the doorway. So it almost looked like, you know, somebody was stood in the doorway and stuff. You know, I've got a cockatoo there, but if I'd have fussy cut him and got him right in the centre, oh, I did a bit better on that one. You see, so it looks like he's in the doorway and stuff. Got a little spaceman in the doorway of that one. But you could fussy cut and play around with it. So what you're going to need is, from fabric 1, which is, again, patterns on the website, and it has all 3 sizes. We're just going to do a little diddy one today.
So, a couple of questions. Anne says, what's the animal one called?
It's called Small Things World Animals, and I've got 3 layer cakes, 3 charms, and 1 jelly. Okay.
Diana asks, how much do these Sassy code templates cost?
I don't know. They literally came in while I was away. Sarah went, these have come in. I haven't had literally 10 minutes before I ran over to the house again. So I will double check for you, and I will pop them all. I'll pop a post onto Facebook, okay, and I'll get them onto the website this afternoon. I'm not sure how much they are off the top of my head, I'm afraid. I was away last week and I haven't had time to look at the pricing. But we'll get it all onto Facebook, and I'll put a Facebook post on for you, okay? But I promise I'll do that today. Anything else there before we get started? No. Okay. Right, so from fabric 1, which is your actual house, you are going to need, I've got it written down because I'll never remember, 2 2-inch by 3-inch rectangles, and then you need 1 which is 1.5 by 4.5. Okay. Then for your door, which is fabric 2, you need a 1.5 by 3. And then to make the roof, we're going to do a flying geese. So you need the actual roof fabric, okay, which is fabric 3, which is 2.5 by 4.5. And then you need your sky fabric, and you need 2 2.5-inch squares for that. Okay, so really nice, easy little sewing. And we're going to start by taking, sorry Drew, we're going to make you move. We've got our fabric ones, okay, and our door. So we're going to sew this one to this one and this one to this one, like that. Press it out, and then we're going to put the roof on, the top of the house on. Okay, so we're going to go whip over to the sewing machine, and we're going to do that. So, talk to me, ladies. How are you all? What have you been up to? Just going to swap my foot over, sorry. Anybody been doing anything nice? Does any of you watch Doc Martin? Anybody watch Doc Martin with Martin Clunes in it? We went to Port Isaac yesterday, which is where it's filmed. Really, really, really pretty little Cornish town. Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. So yeah.
Eileen said, I did that class last year, but with you, but still haven't finished it.
Oh, come on, Eileen. Let's get on with it. Let's finish it off. So I'm just going to sew using 1/4 inch my door in between my 2 house sides. Okay. So really beautiful town. Tiny little village, very hilly, very, very hilly. It's proper, do you know, like that, and you have to walk right down. You can't park in the village. You have to park at the top and walk down. But really pretty. I had the most amazing Cornish ice cream there. It's stunning. Proper clotted cream Cornish ice cream. So good. So come on, here we go. So we're going to sew these 2 together. What did we do while we were away? St Ives was pretty. Quite like St Ives. Not been there. I had been there before because I'd been to the Tate St Ives there years and years and years ago. But it wasn't how I remembered it. You know when you have a picture in your head of something, it wasn't how I remembered it. So it was, there was a lot of people there as well. It was really busy, and you know we had the mum's dog with us, and mum's got to have a knee replacement, so she was struggling a bit with her knee because it's a lot of walking and stuff. So yeah, it was quite busy. The people doing exactly what we were doing, I suppose. It was touristy, wasn't it? So yeah, it was good. It was a really nice week. So I've never watched Doc Martin. My mum loves it, but I've never watched it, so I'm going to have to watch a couple of episodes now, aren't I? Just to see the place that we visited yesterday. So I'm sewn either side like that, and then I'm just going to put the long piece of the fabric one on the top. All right. This is a really quick and simple. And if you do all your cutting, you could absolutely chain piece these. I could chain piece all the sides to the door and then go from there. Okay.
Tina's making a dog bed for the caravan. This is Sarah's block from yesterday.
Oh, fabulous. I love that block. It was so cool. Really, really like that. I love blocks. I really enjoy blocks and looking at blocks or playing with blocks that, you know, it starts as one thing and it turns into something else, you know, when you cut into it and stuff. I love the different sort of patterns and all that you can come up with, which I think is fab. All right, so that's the start of our little house. So you can see I've got the two little side pieces here with my door in the centre, and then I've just added a top on. All right, just press them out. Nothing exciting, really nice and simple to start with. So we're going to pop back over here and we're going to do a flying geese. We haven't done a flying geese for a little while, so sorry, excuse me. I've been talking a lot today. I've literally been on the phone all day. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in the roof. We need to make a flying geese for the roof. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one aside a second. I'm going to use my 2.5-inch sky pieces. All right, and I need to grab a ruler. I think it's going to be a really quick one again, ladies. And I'm going to draw a line right the way across, diagonally on the back of both of them. So everybody survived the storm, did they? Did you all survive the storm? It was a bit of a horrendous trip down to Cornwall on Friday, I have to say. The weather was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. It was, what should have been sort of a 3.5 hour journey took us like 6 hours. It wasn't pleasant at all, and we were a bit like, oh no, the whole weekend's going to be a washout. But it wasn't. Luckily, we were the gods were kind. Mother Nature was kind to us with the weather. It was lovely. So this one, I'm doing this to face you guys. I'm going to put this on. Hang on, that way round, like that. Okay. So on the left hand side, and I've got my line coming from top left down to the middle of this rectangle. All right, we are going to pin it into place. Grab a pin, like that. And we are going to stitch down the line. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch straight down that line. You're not going either side or anything like that. I'm going to go straight down the line. So I'm going to go back over here. Apparently there's storms coming back in as well today. The weather here is really picked up. Really, really picked up. The wind is really windy. Poor Alex got very, very sunburned because he's very fair. Sorry, excuse me. I'm really tickly today. He's very fair, Alex, and a little bit ginger, so he burns really easily. And normally we take factor 50 if we were going abroad or even on a beach holiday here. We'd take factor 50. But because the weather was so rubbish, and when we were driving down to Newquay, it was raining. We didn't bother. And then of course the sun came out, but the wind was still up. Didn't realise he was burning so badly. He got really badly sunburned with him. He wasn't happy. So I've stitched down the line, and I've just did that without even thinking. Sorry guys. Just cut off the excess. Okay, so I've just with a pair of scissors, or you can use your rotary cutter. I'll do that on the second one, just so you can, if you like to measure, I just chop it off. Pair of scissors, give myself a little seam allowance, and then you're going to press it out towards the square. Okay, it does make it's life easier for yourselves if you press it out towards the square. So I'm going to do that. All right, and then we're going to put the other one on. So I'm just going back over here a second, groups. Okay, so again, this is facing you guys, and this one I'm going to put on the opposite side. So again, this is coming from top right down through to the middle, but it should overlap. And I've probably told you this, guys, before with flying geese and stuff. You want that little overlap. Okay, that's going to be your 1/4 inch seam allowance so that you don't lose your point. Okay, that's why I know when I used to make them when I first started, I used to just kind of chain piece them like that, but you can't. You need to make sure that you press that one out first, okay? And then we can stitch down here and you'll get that little overlap. So I'm going to do exactly the same, stitch down the line. So, any comments, any questions there? Who's there?
Natalie said, I'm tempted to sort out start the spare room between migraines, almost there, but I'm not allowed to do any sewing until I'm finished.
Ah, fair enough. Is it giving yourself that sort of rule, is it? Make sure I'm all cleared up before I'm allowed to sew. That's a bit mean on yourself. Here we go. So I'm going to go down this line like that. And what I'll do is I'll cut this one off with a rotary cutter, okay, just so that you can see the difference. Like I said, I just tend to use the scissors, but if you like to use a ruler and a rotary cutter. So I've got line down like that. I'd put my 1/4 inch line along that seam that I've just sewn, and then just take off the excess. Okay, so I've got an exact 1/4 inch. It doesn't make any difference if you do it with scissors or rotary cutters. Some people just like to do that. All right. So then we would just iron that one out, and your little house is nearly finished. But one more little line of sewing. Okay. So we're going to add this one. I'm going to turn it upside down and add that onto the top of there, and that's your little house done. So I'm going to sew along here like that. So I'm just going to stitch down 1/4 inch, and that is one of your little houses. So sew that one down. Now you could decorate these however you wanted to. You could embroider into them, you could put house numbers on there, you could do little windows if you wanted to. Absolutely, you could do little windows. So if I just press this one out and show you, it's going to looks a weeny bit odd. Looks like it doesn't fit the roof. So if I come in here so that Drew can see it, you see you've got sorry, excuse me, I'm really tickly today. You can see you've got a little bit here. The roof doesn't look like it comes right to the end of the house. You want that obviously for your seam allowance when you stitch them all together. Okay, you don't have to put them together like this, back to back to back to back. There's nothing stopping you putting your sort of like a smaller piece in between, and you could embroider like a little garden fence or a bush or something, or you could do some applique onto it. Like I said, the pattern's got 3 sizes on it. So this is one of the little houses. Okay, you can see that's a little house like that. Okay, actually this fabric works really well as the sky. It was a scrap that I picked up, but we have still got this one in. It's the Benetex, the wave texture, but I actually quite like the fact it gives a little bit of movement in the sky. Actually, there's a lot of movement in the sky at the moment, that's for sure. But yeah, there's that's on the website actually. But that's the small size. Okay, so you've got the little small sizes. These are medium ones, and I've designed it so that 2 small ones fit into a medium one, and 2 mediums will fit into a large one. Okay, so you'll be able to get a large one here. So it'd look almost like they're streets going back up the. You don't have to do sky here. You could maybe do a green, like rather than having it as sky, you could do it as like trees and stuff. So it looks like maybe a hillside with the houses going back on themselves. They also look really cute done as a border as well. You could do like maybe just 4 or 5 big, 4 or 6 big ones, and then you could do a little border of all the little houses all the way around. That looks really cute too. I like the fact you could decorate these. Okay, you could do your street, or you could do your family home or something, and you could embroider the initial, the name of your house on there. You could maybe find some floral fabrics and do a little garden and stuff in front of it. They're one of those little blocks again that you can play with. We like blocks that you can play with. So nice and easy, nice and simple. Any questions or anything there?
Mickey asked, what's the roof fabric?
The roof fabric, that was, again, it's out of my scrap box. It was the Macawa Rhapsody. It was the one that was based on like the Gustav Klimt looking fabrics. I think we've got a little, I don't think there's any of this one left, but I think there are some Rhapsodies in the clearance section on the website. Not many, but I think there's some of them left. It's beautiful. It's got little tiny bits of touches. Oh, you right?
Yeah, just change itself off.
Oh, hi. I think I went all wonky then. Got it? The battery going?
I think so.
Oh, need to charge Drew's toy. See, I've been away for a week and they don't charge anything. But yeah, it's lovely because it's got like little touches of gold, metallic on them. So yeah, it's really nice. And I don't know where the rest of it was. It's all just out of my scrap box. I just pulled out a bunch of scraps and cut them. So I think it's really, really, really cute. I really like these. I think they'd be really nice if you were doing like a personalised present for somebody for Christmas. You could do their house. So you could choose fabrics, and make like a cushion or a tote bag or something, and you could do their house. You could decorate it, to look like their house and stuff, almost like a little, house portrait. But you could do it as a cushion or a bag, a front of a tote bag or something for them. I think that might be quite a nice little idea. So, any questions or comments there?
No.
Anybody else got anything to say?
Lindsay just said new today, great idea, love it, thanks.
That's all right. That's fine. It was quite a quick one again today. Don't worry. Tomorrow it's a complicated block. It's going to be a long one tomorrow. We've got block of the week tomorrow. And there's a lot going on. It's I've picked quite a tricky block actually. I'm going to push you, challenge you a little bit. Sorry, you're just going to have to hold it, Drew. We're nearly done. Sorry, it's gone all funny for some reason. So yeah, we're going to be much longer at 1 o'clock tomorrow because we're going to have there's lots of little elements for it. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and on Thursday I'm going to do some soft toys, some plushes. But they're whale shaped and they're really cute and really super easy to do, but they're just really cute, really. And you can make little baby ones and you can make big ones. So we're going to do that on Thursday. Drew's like, oh no, because he's all he's trying to hold it steady. So no other questions or comments there?
No, Heather said really like today's block.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Kath said lovely, thanks.
No problem.
Jean said would make a great housewarming present.
Oh yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be lovely. You could almost do it in a little frame. If you kind of made a little, maybe the medium size house, and just put some sort of sash in round it, and make it up as a block. You could, like I said, you could embroider into it and decorate it, and put it into maybe like one of those box frames, with the little thing round it. Yeah, make a lovely or embroider new home or welcome or something like that to it. That would be fab. Good idea. I like that idea. Cool. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to go back over the shop, help Sarah. If I will get the pattern for this, the My Street quilt pattern. Like I said, you've got all 3 sizes on there, okay? So you can make all 3 of them. Really nice and super simple. All exactly the same, just different sizes. I'll get that onto the website for you. If you want any of the pre-cuts, give us a shout. I will put them on the website again. And I will sort out the Sashko pricing for the lady who asked. I can't remember who it was now. But I will sort out the pricing, and again, I'll pop a Facebook post on. So yeah. Whew. Well, I'm glad to be back from my holiday, but boy, there's a lot of work. So I'm going to go because Drew's trying to keep this steady and it's not working. So we're going to go, and I will see you tomorrow with Block of the Week. Take care.